Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. My name's John. I'm pleased to present to you our webinar, where we will be focusing on what's new in Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. We'll look at an overview of the latest features. So today's agenda, we're going to focus on the platform update plans for 2024, what's new and changed. We'll also have a demo, and then we'll end it with a Q&A at the end. So without further ado, let me introduce our speakers today. We have Peter, who is our lead enterprise architect. And we also have Anne, who is a senior consultant for Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations. So I'm going to hand it over to Peter now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, John. Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining our today's session. As you're already aware, according to the release policy, Microsoft releases 4 updates over the year, and 2 of them are major. This policy has been applied since 2024, and it's the same for both products, Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management and Dynamics 365 Finance as well. And it's only 2 days until the general availability of the next release, Dynamics 365 Finance. The upcoming June release is not marked by Microsoft as a major one, but that doesn't mean there is nothing interesting in it. More than 10 new features included in this release, and almost 15 enhancements were added for the current functionality. It's amazing. A lot of new features, a lot of new functionality. The main improvements have been added to modules such as cash and bank management, account payable, general ledger, and quite new model, credit and collection. So let me hand over to my colleague and excellent finance specialist, who will share some details about the new features, new functionality in the upcoming release, and even demonstrate one of them in the system. And the stage is yours, and this is your first slide.
Thank you, Peter, and hello, everyone. And now I'm going to tell you about changes in the last version of Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance. And first of all, some words about the cash and bank management module and feature number 1, bank account lifecycle management. This feature is expected as a preview. It enables an approval workflow for proposed bank account changes when a bank account is created, when a bank account is imported through data entities, or when a bank account is modified. And there is the list of the fields that should trigger an approval workflow when users update their value on a bank account. And bank account change history will be available for auditing purposes. And feature number 2, customer and vendor netting. This feature is generally available in the last version. In the previous version, this feature was available as a preview. This feature creates a netting journal and closes customer and vendor invoices. A netting journal can be created manually and automatically based on predefined netting rules and running it through a batch job or process automation framework. And I'm going to give you more details how it works in several minutes. And next module, accounts payable, and next feature number 3. It allows to enter and post invoices, vendor invoices, with numbers exceeding 20 characters. If the company has not customized the code that extends the invoice number, to make sure that your data will not be truncated through vendor invoice posting, it's necessary to create a Microsoft Dynamics Lifecycle Services ticket to open the flight, and we can see the name of this flight on the screen. And next feature number 4, enable vendor invoice posting to split distribution steps. This feature improves the performance of vendor invoice posting as well as memory usage. This feature automatically splits the distribution process into separate processes during vendor invoice posting, and it's important for long invoices handling. And next module, general ledger, and next feature number 5, consolidate online using templates. This feature improves usability of online consolidation process. Now we can make multiple consolidation templates one time and then use them every time during online consolidation process. Each template can contain main accounts, legal entities, financial dimensions, elimination rule, currency exchange rate type, and exchange rate, all necessary information that are required for online consolidation process. And now, excluding the period of consolidation. The consolidation period are not defined in the template. Instead of it, it's entered when consolidation is run. And now we can quickly run the consolidation process by selecting dates and the template. And next change number 6, reverse related journals. This feature refers to another financial feature that is called automatic split of large financial journals. This feature is on by default. It allows automatically split large financial journals contained a lot of lines based on predefined lines limit instead of a lines limit that was defined at a journal name. And now Microsoft defines a lines limit as 1000 lines. In addition, this feature works in a batch mode, and all journals that created from the split have the reference to the parent original journal, and all lines of one voucher always remain in the same journal. When a user reverses the journal that is split, created from the split, all related journals are reversed. And user can review the results by viewing the message log history in a batch. In addition, this function is supported only at a journal level. It means that the user can reverse individual lines without affecting other lines. And the next module, credit and collections, and the next 3 features improve the performance. It's a new periodic task that removes unnecessary records from the customer balance statistics table. Customer payment journals that have an undisputed collection status are now faster, and the customer agent report performance is improved. And now, as I mentioned before, I'm going to tell you details about netting capability of customer and vendor balances. Peter, please change the slide. Customer and vendor balance netting is a process when customer and vendor balances are netted against each other because a customer and the vendor are the same party primarily, or a customer and the vendor are different parties for triple netting purpose, for example, if it's relevant for business and accounting. This approach minimizes the exchange of money between the organization and the customer or vendor party, and it can also help to avoid making unnecessary payments and receipts and save on transaction fees. Existing settlement functionality doesn't allow to settle transactions between the customer and the vendor, and the new feature creates netting journal instead of making payments to settle transactions. Let me share in my screen. We can see a homepage of Microsoft Dynamics 365. And to use new functionality, a new special internal Dynamics entity has to be set in advance. This new Dynamics entity is called netting agreement. Go to cash and bank management module, and after that, netting group of items netting, and then netting agreements. For each netting agreement have to be set name and description, journal name with new journal type, customer and vendor netting, main account as a bridging account, optionally together with financial dimensions. And on the Parties tab, we can select the couple of customer and vendor accounts. Between transactions of them, netting will be made. Each netting agreement can contain several lines. And we can also set start and end dates. System select some transactions with due dates that is included in this period of dates. And also we can select customer and vendor accounts within the same legal entities only. After all parameters are set, click Activate for activating the netting agreement. And we are going ahead, go to customer and vendor balance netting. On this page, we can see all possible couples of customer and vendor that system calculated for netting based on predefined netting agreements. And we can see that all netting amounts have broken per currencies. It means that netting is possible within the same currency only. And each netting amount can contain different transactions type. For example, customer, vendor, sales orders, collections letters, and so on, excluding payment transactions. So if the company has payment transactions, they have to be settled before the performing netting. And now check the netting amount, the transactions that have made up the netting amount 15,850 USD. For this purpose, I duplicate this tab. And after that, select vendor account. And after that, click transactions. On this page, we can set filter by currency, USD, apply, and sort this list by due date. We can see that first several lines, 4 lines, don't meet transaction type criteria. We can see payment transactions or have non-zero balance. So these transactions don't include in the netting amount. And invoices 1, 2, 3, and 5 are included in the netting amount because they meet all criteria, due date, transaction type, non-zero balance, currency. But paying attention that the last invoice is included in the netting amount only partially because this transaction is partially settled, and we can add 15,000 instead of whole amount of instead of the whole amount 20,000. So we can check 50 plus 100 minus 1,000 and minus 15,000, and we have got the result that we can see on the previous page. We are going ahead, and netting can be made manually and automatically. For manually netting, I select the first line and then click Create Netting. In the middle of this page, we can see open customer and vendor invoices that have made up a netting amount. And at the bottom of this page, we can see customer and vendor netting estimated amounts after netting in accounting and reporting currencies. And at the top of this page, we can enter netting posting date. This date can be earlier, later, or equal customer invoices date as you need. And for example, I set the last day of May. And after that, I mark selected invoices. And after that, I click Post. let the system to respond. We work on the test environment, so we have got the result. And now look through the results. First of all, fully settled couple of customer and vendor disappeared from the netting proposal, but we can see netting history. Click netting history, and we can see history records with status posted. Also, we can see content and voices, the number of content and voices, accounts, netting amount, netting currency, and so on. And from this page, we can also open details and to check invoices that have made up balances. Also, system created 2 new transactions with customer and vendor accounts with new transaction type. And we can check this fact on the previous page. I set filter by another currency. Apply. And I sort this list by due date. And we can see the last netting transaction with number net 0006. And also we have a related voucher. On the one side of the posting, we can see the liability account, accounts payable, and on the other side of the posting, we can see bridging account together with financial dimensions. Also, system created several settlements between new netting transaction and original invoices. And we can click settlement history. And on this page, we can see invoices that have been settled. We are going ahead. From posted netting, we can display and print netting advice. This netting advice can be shared with the customer and vendor as a notification for netting. We can see name, address, remaining balance, total amounts, and so on, and invoices. Also, posted netting can be reversed by using existing data or any other selected data. For example, we use existing data and click reverse. During reverse, after reversal, we can see that the history records become reversed. The status is reversed. Also, system reverses new netting transactions for customer and vendor and unsettles original invoices. We have discovered manually netting, but there is a possibility of automatic netting, and for this purpose, another internal Dynamics entity has to be set. This entity is called netting rules. For each netting rule have to be set name and description, netting sequence that defines the method of invoices selection. And there are 4 different options by due date from newest to oldest, by due date from oldest to newest, by invoice balance from largest to smallest, and by invoice balance from smallest to largest. After that, we can set the scope of netting agreements and additional criteria if it's necessary. After all parameters are set, click Activate for activating netting rule, and after that, netting rule is ready for using. And we can run automatic netting by using two different ways: one-time automatic netting and automatic netting based on periodic basis. To run one-time automatic netting, click Customer and Vendor netting, select the first line, and after that, click Automatic netting. On this page, I can set netting rule, predefined netting rule, to enter netting posting date and invoice due date as an additional criteria. The toggle preview before posting is set to yes, and we can see that this process can be run in a batch mode if the previous toggle is set to no. After that, I click OK, and we will get the result. To run periodic automatic netting, go to Cash and Bank Management, Netting, Process Automation. On this page, create new process automation, select schedule type, a special entity for this framework, company USMF, and create series. On the next page, we can set schedule time and dates, occurrence pattern, repeat interval, and so on. And after that, I click next button, and we will get the result that looks like weekly view. For example, like this, and we can see all tasks and each status of each tasks and the results and so on. So all netting transactions are included in all appropriate reports in accounts payable and accounts receivable models and general ledger models as well. And of course, bridging account must be equal 0, and we can check this fact by using general ledger inquiry that is called trial balance. Go to general ledger, inquiries and reports, trial balance, and I set from date and to date, financial dimension set, for example, main account, and after that click calculate balances. And we can check our bridging account, and we can see that closing balance is equal 0. It's right. That's all for today, and thank you for your patience and attention. And John, you are next, please.
Thank you, brilliant. Really appreciate it. Oh, you're gonna get it back, the presentation back on.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, Peter, I just want to say thank you, and that was really good. I'm sure everybody found it quite comprehensive. Very insightful as well. A detailed demo and description there. So thank you very much for that. Peter as well. Yeah, really appreciate your time in going through it with us today as well. And the first part of the D365 Finance and Operations. Okay, so where are we now? Okay, just on that note as well, so just to double check, you can all see my screen, yeah? Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. For additional resources, people, please, you're able to reach out to one of our speakers here, Peter, and follow him on LinkedIn, and he will be sure to share some valuable information with you as well. Again, kind of staying in line with what we've discussed today, Cloud Green our own solution here at N.Progression. You know, we're pleased to inform you that it's a solution that is going to be very supportive in, you know, for you if you have a D365 finance and operation customized environment. It's going to help with the, you know, putting together a strategy for the Microsoft release wave. So if you want to determine, you know, the influence of any update on your system from a technical perspective, Cloud Green would be useful for you. Also, efficiently and effectively prioritize tested scope of the updates in the system to minimize, you know, the time to market, and of course significantly reduce costs connected with each update. Documentation, preparation, and testing processes up to 3 times. So again, Cloud Green is something that could be very valuable for you if you are actually using D365 Finance and Operations. You've got a free trial as well, and be sure to take advantage of this. This is a good time to get involved with a tool like Cloud Green, considering Microsoft will be releasing the latest updates, and the major one in September. What's coming up next for ourselves and our webinar? So we'll have a little pause, but we will continue these kind of webinars focusing on the latest releases for supply chain management, which will be on the 10th of September. So an overview of the release of 10.041. And of course, on the 11th of September, we'll conduct the finance overview as well for 10.41 also. And just to remind you, if you want to get onto YouTube and have a look at previous webinars from N.Progression, you can do so as well. Right, so we're going to jump straight into the question, and I saw there was a question here. So if anybody does have a question, you are able to post it in the chat, but there's one here from Nathaniel. So for the customer, vendor netting, does it only support a one-to-one relationship between customer and vendor, or does it support one customer to many vendors? Anne or Peter, you want to answer that?
It's a question. It's a question for me, of course, because of financial issue.
Okay, go for it.
And within the same netting agreement, it's impossible to set this this relationship, but you can set multiple netting agreements, and to select in different netting agreements the same customer or vendor, and then activate these netting agreements and then use them.
Brilliant, thanks, Anna. Nathaniel, I hope that answers your question. If you want to give us a little thumbs up if it does, or if not, if you've got something further to add, please do add it. I know okay, brilliant, thank you, Nathaniel. I know we are at time as well. We'd have another question from Kelly. So we'll just quickly go over that one because I know we are at time. Is there a possibility to select transactions for netting that had already been marked for settlement in another journal? Anne?
Yes, there is this possibility.
Okay. Short and sweet, that's it. I think, yeah, that's it. Okay, we are at time now, so I don't know if there's any more questions, but I think, yeah, if there is anything further, you're able to get in contact with us, and, you know, Peter and myself will be able to assist you. So if you want to have a look at more information from us, again, use the QR code. You can get onto the N.Progression LinkedIn page and website, and of course you'll find much more information on us there as well, and you'll be able to reach out to us on there as well. Thank you, everybody. Thank you again to our speakers. I think it was very useful, and we've had 2 great days of webinar sessions, so thank you very much, and hopefully we will all see you next time. Thank you, guys.